Hello friends, and welcome to the channel for this impromptu special edition. Today I received this really cool new tool from DSPIAE. In fact, I was so excited about this new tool that I just couldn't wait to share my first impressions with all of you. I'd like to thank my friends at DSPIAE for sending this into the channel for review. They also sent me some additional tools that I will be showcasing as well in some upcoming videos. This is the all-new Reciprocating sanding tool from DSPIAE, model number ES-A, and it's called the Illusive Shadow, which is a very interesting name for what I think is a very impressive tool. Now, I have seen some other reciprocating sanders out there, but I haven't seen any that are specifically designed for use on scale models. Now, as model builders, we all are very familiar with sanding. It's typically one of the first things we do right after cutting the parts off the tree. Sandpaper, sanding sticks, and even rotary type tools are all essential when it comes to building scale models. I myself use an assortment of sanding sticks and sanding paper, many different grits, shapes, and sizes. This rotary tool that I've been using for a few years now works really well for certain jobs. It works great for cutting, grinding, and even sanding to a certain degree, but even at its lowest speed, it can still bounce around, leaving unwanted marks, and if you're not careful, it will melt the plastic, something you really want to avoid. Now, this new tool won't replace sandpaper and rotary tools, but it looks like it has the potential to make some sanding jobs a bit easier and quicker. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the channel and thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy this content, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Your support means a lot, and as always, feel free to engage with me in the comments and share this video with fellow enthusiasts. Now, let's get to the Illusive Shadow. Okay, so technically I have already unboxed this, but I haven't actually used it yet. I decided to save that and share the process with all of you. When you receive your tool, it should come wrapped in plastic. I have already removed the plastic from this one. So let's take a closer look at the box. On the front of the box, we have a very nice picture of the tool itself. On this side of the box, we have some additional information about the tool. On this side of the box, we have some information about the cool lighting styles that you can customize. And on the back of the box, we have the contents. All right, let's get this thing opened up. I must say too, the packaging is really nice. It's kind of a slide out two-piece box. And here we have some more information. And it also shows the color display for the power light will show 0% and 100%, so you know about how much charge you have. All right, let's get the tool out of the box. Okay, the tool comes in a very nice plastic container to kind of keep all your parts together. It has a nice hinge on the back and some magnets to close the box. Here we have a little sheet going over the different colors and what grits the sandpaper are. 2 packs of the pre-cut self-adhesive sanding pads, which we'll go over in a minute. And here we have the tool. Along with this comes a USB cable, USB-C for charging, and we have 8 heads for the unit. Take the unit out here. Okay, here is the reciprocating sanding unit. It has a protective cap to protect the mechanism when you're not using it. And we have our individual heads. So different size heads for different uses, and the heads look like this, and they attach to the end of the tool. Each one is a little differently shaped. This is kind of a small U-shaped. This one is a very interesting V shape to get into those corners. We have a very fine point head for those tiny places. This one is a kind of a small, just a flat square, but it is kind of curved on the end here. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of curved up. This one here is just a smaller, kind of a flat head on it. There's a little bit larger, more of a rectangular head. And each one, it's kind of hard to see, but each one is actually labeled right here, so you know the size. This one is a more larger square head, and it's kind of just square all around. This one is a large U shape. Okay. So for our testing purposes, we are going to use this square one right here. Then we will close the box and set it aside. Now, this is our sanding paper. And it comes in different grits. So we've got some 400, some 600, some 800, all the way up to 1,000. So for just our testing, I think I'll start off with the 600 grit. And as you can see here, they're all pre-cut. So we'll just find the one that fits this head. This looks like it's going to be one of these. We'll just peel this off. Attach it to the head. All right. And let's put these away for now. And then we will take our tool. Now, first impressions, it feels really nice. I mean, I think this is just plastic, but it's not too heavy, and it feels pretty good in the hand. Let's get the top off. Oh, and I also want to mention the way it's shaped. It's shaped so if you set it down on your bench, it's not really gonna, well, it does kind of roll, but if you just set it down, it's not gonna just take off rolling across your bench. All right, so now we'll put the head on. Like so. Okay, it's got a very good click when you snap it on. Now, on the unit here, this little LED light here will show us what our charge level is. And this little kind of cool lighting area is going to tell us which speed we're at. Now, this is capable of 3 different speeds. The first one being 2800 cycles per minute. The second speed is 3100 cycles per minute. And the third speed is 3600 cycles per minute. Now, I imagine for most of the stuff we're going to be doing, we're probably going to be doing the lower speed. So let's turn it on. There's only one button on this device. There's this button right here, which is your on-off and your adjustment button. On the back, you've got your USB-C charging port. And that's it. So let's turn it on. Okay. So it is running on the low speed. Let's hit it again. Okay, it shut off. Now, according to the instructions, if you hit it the first time, you have to hit it another time within, I believe it's 6 seconds, it'll go to the next speed. Then if you hit it again, it will go to the next speed within 6 seconds. And then if you hit it again, it'll go off. But if you just turn it on and after 6 seconds has elapsed, the next time you hit the power button, it will shut off. So let's turn it on again. That's first speed, second speed, third speed, off. Now notice over here this cool little lighting effect. When we turn it on and go through the speeds, these are going to change color. So low speed, no color. Whoops. First speed, Second speed turns purple. Didn't get it in time. Okay, let's try it again. First speed, second speed, third speed. And you can customize how this color appears for each speed. Now this unit also has an intelligent IC chip, and that IC chip actually detects if there's too much pressure being placed on the unit. So if you're sanding along and it senses that's kind of too much pressure, to prevent an overload or prevent its internals from being damaged, it will actually shut the unit off. Now if you lighten your pressure, or it senses that there's no pressure at that point, within a few seconds it'll turn itself back on automatically. Otherwise, if it senses too much pressure over a certain amount of time, the unit just shuts off and then you have to go through and turn it on again. Now according to the company, it takes about 20 minutes to fully charge the unit, and it has a runtime of approximately 100 minutes. Also, this whole unit weighs in at about 55 grams, I'd say, and it feels really comfortable. It's got a flat spot here, so your finger kind of rests on that flat spot. So it feels like you're going to actually have quite a bit of control over it. All right, so first impressions, I'm really impressed with this tool so far. So let me grab some parts and let's give this thing a try. Okay, so I've got some old pieces from my parts bin that we'll try out here, and also an old car body that I use for testing paint on and stuff. Let me grab my nippers. Okay, now I'm purposely grabbing my old nippers because I don't want a clean cut this time. I want to actually remove some material. So let's go ahead and start off with these pieces here. These are wheels from a Freightliner kit. So I'm just gonna quickly cut off some parts. We'll see how it does. All right, so here's our first part, and as you can see, there's some nubs there where I cut it from the tree. So let's start this on low speed and see how it works. All right. Okay, so I could probably use a higher or a more coarse grit on this, but wow. It's actually working pretty well. Yeah, it's working really well actually. Okay, let's try this piece. We've got some flash here. Okay, took that flash off really quick and easy. That's really all we got on that part. Okay, so let's turn it off. And we'll do these wings here. Again, I don't want to cut it too close. Again, these are just parts from my spare parts bin. Alright, so here we have where we cut the part. So let's give this a try. Let's go up to speed 2. Okay, speed 2 does a really good job. Wow, that just took that sprue off there. Really came clean. Okay, let's try this one back here. Okay, wow. I don't know if you can see that, but really made quick time with that sprue. Now granted, I could do this with my sanding stick and it would be really quick and easy with the sanding stick as well, but say you've glued these two wings together inside and outside and you got a seam along there that you want to sand. This is going to come in really handy for that. Now, I would assume, it doesn't say anything on the instructions, but I could assume you could use some water on this and kind of wet sand with that as well. All right, so now we're going to try out this junker body I've got here, and we're going to go to number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, full power. Let's see how it works. All right, it's going away there. So this actually has quite a bit of paint on it, so it's probably not going to get down to plastic. Let's try down here. Oh wow, there it goes. Yeah, you can actually see that. Now I'm going to put a little pressure on it. Okay, it stopped. Now it should start up again. Okay, it didn't, so let's start it up again. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the safety portion of it works. It protects itself from damage. That's great. And I know it might be hard to see on camera, but this is really cutting through the paint. And again, I think it could wet sand with this. Yeah, you're definitely going to be able to take off quite a bit of material, especially when you get up to the, or get down to the lower grits on these. But yeah, really works really well, actually. All right, so like I said, this is just a first impressions, but I'm really pleased with this unit and how it works. It's not warm to the touch either. I ran it for a few minutes and it's fine. Yeah, it pretty much works as it says. I really think this is going to come in handy with those small, hard to reach places that we sometimes find ourselves trying to sand out. Or like I said, some of the larger long areas where it takes a long time to sand down. All right, so do you need one of these? No, you don't. Nobody really needs one of these. You can do everything this can do with sandpaper if you're patient, but it is a nice little tool. And I'm going to get to the price and availability here in a moment, but I'm really happy with this tool, and I think this is going to be used quite a bit on my tool bench. Okay, so as for price and availability, at the time of this recording, you can purchase one of these from Amazon for $49.98. Now, for what you're getting, I feel like this is a great price. The build quality is excellent. It has a very premium feel to it. Not to mention it seems to work really well. Now, that said, I am planning to do a follow-up video after I've spent some time using this new tool. Hopefully, it holds up and proves to be a very useful tool for building scale models. But I will let you know either way in an upcoming video. So there you have it, friends, the brand new Illusive Shadows Reciprocating Sander from DSPIAE. If you're interested in grabbing one of these for yourself, you'll find the link in the description along with a scannable QR code on the screen that takes you directly to the Amazon store. Also, you can buy packs of replacement sanding pads on the Amazon store as well, and I'm not sure how many you get, but they're under 20 bucks for a large pack. So I assume though you could most likely get any self-adhesive sandpaper and just cut them to fit the head and use those. But either way, a really nice tool, and I think for the money, a really great deal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. And that'll wrap up this special episode. So until next time, friends, thank you for tuning in. Stay safe out there and go build something.